Parts of Atlantic Canada picking up after powerful storm Dorian made landfall in Nova Scotia over the weekend before sweeping over parts of New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and western Newfoundland. Major power outages lingering. In its morning update, Nova Scotia Power said some 200,000 customers were without service. Some could be left in the dark for days as crews work to repair down poles and snap lines. The utility's CEO calling the situation a worst-case scenario. Most schools across the province closed. In Halifax, roads and sidewalks, they're closed around a construction crane that collapsed in the storm. Quebec's Magdalen Islands also hit by powerful winds, damaging buildings and cutting power to about half the homes there. And more help going out to Nova Scotia. Canadian Armed Forces personnel supporting emergency response there. And over the weekend, Global Affairs Canada announced that Canada is sending additional emergency support to the Bahamas, deploying a Hercules aircraft. A Canadian disaster assistance team also deployed. Last week, Canada pledged $500,000 to help the Bahamas. A grim task now being carried out across the island chain, devastated by Hurricane Dorian. Rescue workers wearing white hazard suits, searching for bodies and survivors as relief agencies work to deliver food and supplies after the Category 5 storm slammed the Bahamas last week, marking the worst disaster in the nation's history. The death toll is expected to rise. And in Geneva, the United Nations Human Rights Council session started with a moment of silence for hurricane victims, and the representative for the Bahamas calling the past few days acutely emotional and catastrophic for his country.
This experience brings into sharp relief the existential threat posed by climate change, particularly for small island developing states. Now more than ever, we need to pay greater attention to plan and build resilient societies to weather these catastrophic events that are now becoming the new norm.